We program ourselves from every experience we have in life. I am proof that the law of assumption truly works. I have been manifesting my entire life. I manifested fear because I've cared for what others thought of me. I manifested anxiety from that fear, and that grew into insecurities, which grew into poor eating habits, which grew into unhealthy sex habits, which grew into, you see the pattern? How we continuously grow our ideas and we don't even realize that it's happening because one idea that came created more bad ideas because of that idea, because of that state of consciousness I was in. I was picked on every day. I thought people were going to beat me up. So therefore, it happened. I manifested not caring about school. I manifested not trying to do anything. I manifested letting people control me, letting people dictate how I should live my life. I manifested lack of abundance because my family didn't like money. They thought that money was the root to all evil, that the government was evil. And you see how it's just, it continued to manifest because I continued to think that way. And our environments play a huge role in how we create our manifestations. And we don't even realize that it's happening to us. Our entire childhood, you can be manifesting this entire time because of your experiences. Your one time where you got picked on, maybe that stuck with you. Maybe that was your trauma. Well, that trauma then manifested into anxiety. That manifested into depression. And we don't see these things because we're not aware. We don't know what's going on because we're distracted. We've been distracted all the time. Even when we're children, we're distracted by toys. Our parents don't even realize that they're creating trauma for us when they discipline us because their yell might actually scare us. We don't even realize that it's creating something inside of us until we become adults. And then we're so defensive, we're so reactive, and we don't even know why we're reactive. But we don't pay attention to it, so we don't even think that we're being reactive. We just think that we are ourselves, and this is who we are. No. We were programmed this way because of trauma, depression, anxiety, all of it. Poor eating habits. Most people that have poor eating habits, I know myself. Sorry, not most people. I know myself with my poor eating habits, it was due to my insecurity. Why I was not faithful in my relationships was due to my insecurities, due to my experiences. I had someone break up with me because I was too nice, and that made me insecure about myself. And I didn't even realize it was happening. And then you just develop these unhealthy habits because of the state of consciousness you're in. You don't realize that it's happening because you're distracted. And even before phones were a thing, we would find some way to distract ourselves. For me, I was terrified of being alone because of my anxiety. I didn't think I was going to make it. I didn't think I was going to achieve anything or accomplish anything in life because I was scared. Fear. Fear controls everything. Fear controlled me. And that was my ego. My ego was just, yeah, you're scared, so we're just going to keep giving you these ideas and we're going to keep you in this cage and keep you controlled, keep you locked down, and not make people want to be approachable to you because you're reactive, you're defensive. These people are attacking you. You don't need to be with these people. They're your enemies. See how the mind works? It just takes over you and you don't even realize that it's happening because it's planting ideas in your head. And then these little voices are saying, you're not going to amount to this. This relationship's not going to last. Why are you getting married? You don't need to be married. Nobody's going to want to be with you. These voices just, they cloud our minds. And they just create this static that I was talking about where it sounds like loud winds just blowing. And I started paying attention to my dreams because my subconscious has been showing me my past. and that I need to let it go and forgive myself and forgive everyone that's ever wronged me. Just be in that moment of present and just stillness and peace. And your body will tell you, like my body today, it's sore because we did a lot of digging deep. My left side, which has to do with your past, which also has to do with your feminine side. That's another thing about your subconscious you don't realize. Your subconscious is female, and we're all masculine men, but we do have like feminine sides to us. And like Terrence Howard pointed out, like as we get older, more of our feminine side comes out. And on the women's side, more of the masculine side comes out. But we don't know these things. We don't know why our emotions are out of whack. Well, too, it could be the way the moon is. The moon is shifting, and that can shift a lot of people depending on your birth sign. If you look at an astrological chart, it'll tell you that. I'm just learning all this about myself. But that's the thing, when you start to learn about yourself, you learn why you were on the path you're on and what you can do now to stay off that path. Like I had a huge craving for dopamine. I went through it. I was unfaithful in relationships. I was addicted to sex. I was addicted to pornography. I was addicted to all that. So I got that high and then I got addicted to it. I have an addictive personality, but I learned to control my addictive personality, to use it to my benefit, to get it to not be addicted to things, but to actively understand things more, research more, meditate more, study more, get outside of everyday living life and just experience nature, experience sounds. Like just if you stop and like listen, you can hear like the smallest things and you don't even realize that these are sounds because we don't pay attention. We can hear birds, but you can hear like small, like say like there's a stream nearby. And if you actually pay attention and just put all your focus into just not doing a thing, just sit and be there and not think, you will start to hear that stream. It's like Eckhart Tolle was saying, when we're in the present moment, the power of now, you will start to hear sound. Wonderful sounds, beautiful sounds, sounds that'll move you, sounds that'll guide you. But to do that, you have to get distraction. And that's our biggest obstacle is distraction. Your everyday life is distracting. Your job is distracting. If you play sports, that could be distracting because that could be on your mind. You might have had a bad game and you took it home with you. You might have had a bad day at work and you took it home with you. You don't realize that this is happening because you're caught in that state of mind. You're taking it with you wherever you go because you don't let it go. And that's part of the process, right? Learning to let go. And I know it's hard. I'm learning to let go every day. There's a part of me each day that I let go. Get years of trauma, I've got years of dopamine, I've got years of just mistakes in my life that I'm paying back for now. But these mistakes brought me to this point. People think that when they get close to death, that's their lucky card. No, that's your guides telling you to slow down and listen. You can't keep living like this. And I didn't listen. And they tried 5 times. I still didn't listen. It's just stubborn. I'm stubborn. I can admit that. I'm still working through my ego, but everyone is. But it's okay. Just take your time with it. It will come. And for those of you who are struggling, reach out. Leave a comment. Whatever you want. You got something you got to say? Say it. I'm all ears. I will not judge you. I will show you love and compassion. Because you deserve that. We all deserve it. Even if our tendencies are hurtful, unmotivating, the reason they're doing that is because they are hurting ourselves. And we don't see that because our trauma, our ego, whatever state of consciousness we're in, is keeping us from loving that person, keeping us divided. It doesn't matter who they are on the outside. It matters who they are on the inside. But we don't see that. And that's okay. You're learning. We're all learning. I'm still learning. I'm never going to stop learning. That's the whole point of it. You got to keep learning. You got to keep trying. Don't give up. Push through. You're a wonderful, amazing person. And I respect each of you as you are. And I will never judge. I love you all. Much love.